for joining me today. Today we are going to be creating this fun and gorgeous card. We're actually using a bundle from the Stampin' Up! Holiday catalog. This is the Wondrous Wreath stamp set and coordinating framelits. They are awesome. They're made to go together. This is Stampin' Up's Easy Button. And this is just a fabulous set for making your Christmas cards quick and easy. All right, let's get started. We're gonna start with our stamping. One of the beautiful things about Stampin' Up! That I love is everything goes together. Just like the stamp set and these cutouts were made to go together, the cardstock and the ink pads were made to go together. So I'm using Smoky Slate and Whisper White today, and a little bit of silver embossing powder. You can find all of the information on these products, including measurements and ordering online, simply by going to this URL, clicking in the link in the description below, or if you're on YouTube, click right on this video. This is one of our new photopolymer stamp sets. What's cool about that is you can stamp right through it, which is really important when we get to the wreath part. Just stamping the Happy Wonderful Christmas on the bottom of the Whisper White. This is what's called a two-step stamp set. So we're going to start with our base wreath, and then you can see this, the raised images are what's going to stamp, and this is an overlay that's going to go over the wreath. So our base layer, I'm going to stamp in the Smoky Slate, and what's beautiful about this set is, see this little tab on the bottom? Our wreath cutouts have the same tabs, so we know how to line it up. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp that so you can see it. There we go. With a tab on the bottom. It's kind of like our lineup tab. And that is our Smoky Slate. Now for the overlay, we'll be using the Versamark watermarking ink pad. It normally comes as a white pad, but mine is very well used and loved, which is kind of nice because now that it's gray, I can sometimes see where I'm stamping. So I'm just inking up the overlay. By the way, just because this discolors with use does not harm it in any way, shape, or form. It actually, in my case, I think it enhances it. Again, we want that little tab to be in the bottom, but the beauty of the clear stamp set is that I can see right through it, so I can see exactly where I'm stamping, so I can line it up perfectly. Now, you're not going to be able to see that because it was a clear Versamark stamp, and because I did a pretty good job lining that up. I am pretty impressed with myself. Just taking some recycled printer paper, and this is the silver embossed powder. I'm going to pour that right over the top. I had folded that ahead of time so there was a crease in it, which makes it real easy to just pour the powder right back in the jar. And for some reason, there always seems to be more powder than when you started. I don't know how that multiplies like it does. But these little jars go on forever. And next we're going to take our handy dandy heat emboss tool, and we're going to heat that powder so that it melts. There it goes. Oh, this is always one of my favorite things to do. It's so cool. Wow. Is that awesome? So very cool. And like I said, so simple and easy. Okay, now we're going to cut that out. I'm using the magnetic platform from Stampin' Up, which I just absolutely love. I think it's a staple. And there's one cutting pad already down. Again, if you just use that little tab on the bottom, it should line right up. And the same with your middle insert. And then a second cutting pad on top, so we have a cutting pad sandwich, and just crank that through the big shot. And then when we pull it out, these little metal dies have perfectly cut out our wreath, just perfectly right around the edges. So fantastic, and like I said, so easy. You could make a whole bunch of these in a very short period of time. I'm assembling our base panels here with some snail adhesive. The wreath is going to attach with some Stampin' Dimensionals, and this will make it pop up. Now I have some Stampin' Up! Silver ribbon. This is a thin, beautiful, sparkly ribbon for your holiday cards. I'm just using the bunny ear two-loop method to tie a bow, and I like to do this when it's still on the roll because that eliminates all the waste. We'll just be attaching this with some Stampin' Up's mini glue dots. They come on a roll, and I just stick the ribbon right to the dot, and then right in the center of our wreath. And our final touch, a little added embellishment bling bling, are these adorable snowflakes. They are in the Stampin' Up! Holiday catalog. Same thing as the ribbon, attach that right to a mini glue dot, and then I'm just going to tuck the glue dot underneath the tip and stick that right up against the bow so it looks like it's hanging from the bow, but it's really pretty secure. And that, my friends, is all there is to this card. As I said, quick, easy. You can make a whole bunch of these in a short period of time, and your friends are really going to be wowed by it. And the embossing just really, the wreath, everything just pops right off the card. absolutely beautiful. Be sure to visit my blog for daily inspiration and hundreds more videos. Thanks for joining me today.